Cabochon. Cabochon. Hey YouTube, what's going on? AC from AC Toy Design. Thank you for stopping by my channel and spending time with me. Today's video is very special. I'm going to cut right to the chase. If you've been watching my live streams or my YouTube shorts, you've seen me putting together these guys. Who is this? Nick Sant, aka Captain Rex, aka Old Man Rex, aka your uncle from Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
How'd you get here?
I don't know. He's a character in the movie right here and a couple other scenes who Kenner did not make because he was such a small cameo, and word got out that he was possibly Captain Rex or this new guy named Nick Sant, and now he's gained popularity.
Who are you?
These guys, I made a bunch, and guess what? They're for sale. So if you'd like to own one, you can message me on Instagram. You can email me with the email in the About tab here on YouTube. You can comment in the comments, and we'll get together and we'll talk, and I'll get you one of these. They were available, however, first on my Patreon, patreon.com/actoydesign, who are the biggest supporters of this channel. I would not be here doing this or this video without my Patreon community. You can join for as little as $2 a month, and you get first dibs on stuff like this. You get my podcast, You Like Toys. It's about to hit 100 episodes, and all my behind the scenes stuff on everything that I make, including the tutorial article on this guy and how he was made. But also in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit of that, the behind the scenes, and I'm going to show you how I carded these, which is really cool. A really cool process that I thoroughly enjoyed. So, before I go, there's a huge bonus about these. Check it out. You know how the card backs on the retro collection are kind of lame? I want to make sure that these weren't. So, look at this. I did random Ewok sketches on the back of each one. Who's that? Tebow? I don't know. Who's this? Logray? I guess. Who's this? This is the Ewok that kills guys and plays drums on their heads. Those troopers. Look. Who's this? This is the guy that stole the speeder bike. Moral of the story, these are available for sale. Contact me. Any of the number of ways I just said. Patreon, patreon.com/actoydesign. Comment below. Email me with my email in the About tab here on YouTube, or hit me up on Instagram, AC Toy Design. Before I go, I want to thank my good friend Dan from Death by Toys for resin casting the weapons on these that I painted, which also reminds me, these are all 100% hand sculpted and painted by myself. No 3D printing, no AI involved. Hooray! Let's get to it. I'm going to show you what's gone in, what went into these guys, right? P.S. Make sure you stay tuned for the commercial break in the middle of the video, where I'm going to be showcasing a little toy that I just got today in the mail from a very special friend. All right, so here is my Nick Sant with my original vintage Kenner Endor Rebel Trooper. I wanted you to be able to see the compare and contrast side by side. I've gotten more appreciation for this figure over the years. He's very basic. He's as good as an army, straight up army, like military guy as we get, I think, in the vintage Kenner line. And I really appreciate that. So there's him. So my Nick Sant, aka Captain Rex, or whatever it is that we're calling him now, is the exact same figure. Sculpted his beard, his sleeve, shirt, shoulder, sleeve cuff things, and his bandolier that goes all the way to the back and connects to his backpack. Then I gave him his Kenner paint job, which, as you know from Kenner, the vintage Kenner toys, there's zero shading on them, there's zero dry brushing on them. There's, as far as the paint apps go, it's usually 3 or 4 colors most, very basic, but it gets the point across. And I wanted to maintain that same aesthetic and vibe with my Nick Sant figure by not giving him too much, camouflage or dirt from being on Endor. I repainted his pants so you can tell very different color in green from the original. It's like a drab olive. I repainted his boots. Tried to match the original Kenner brown as best I could. Same thing with and the reason I did that is because I wanted to keep his belt, but also match that color to my new bandolier. And I kind of color matched almost exact to the two, as you can see. Painted his gloves the same as his pants, and then the beard isn't just a white. I didn't just leave the sculpt epoxy. It's got a little bit of white and then a little bit of yellow brown to it, which I noticed if you look at the pictures of Nick Sant online, you can see that his beard kind of has that the color. Oh, there we go. That's right. So I repainted the what's this? The brim of his hat, top of his hat. But I wanted to leave at least one color in the figure that was original to the Kenner, and that's the dark green of his hat. So I didn't touch that. It even has a scuff on it right here on the side that was there when I got him. Vintage. Some kid's sister put it in her mouth, or their dog got it, or who knows what. So I like that. I like that there's a little bit of the vintage showing through. But yeah, so it's a very basic figure, but at the same time, so dynamic and so different, and stands out in my Kenner collection. Very, very happy with how he turned out. So yeah, pass it back over to AC. Take it away. This is my craft commercial. I wanted to showcase, like I've been doing in my videos, a toy that someone sent to me that was very nice. My uncle, the craftsman. Before I do that, let me get a drink of this Crafts coffee so that I can be awake for this segment. So Craftsman just released his pocket nut, and he sent me one, and it's pretty awesome. It's a little man, it's a little dude, little guy, PVC guy. Harkens back to, do people still say harkens back? What? This is modes. Harkens back to those little toys from the 80s where people, when we were kids, we could just put these little guys in our pocket. He's really awesome. He comes with these interchangeable little faces. I can do it with one hand, you see? It's like these little coins or something with little faces on them. Let's show you up close. Look at that guy. Pocket knot. I love him. He's great. It's on me. There's 4 different interchangeable faces, a different face on each side. It pops in to the little PVC thing. Comes in this really cool packaging that I'm sure Crafts Mama did. It's pretty awesome. I also got me some craft stickers, and I got me some Tony's seasoning. Speaking of, let me just put some of this up in here. Get some of that Tony's up in here. Let me see the. Let me see the. Woo! Craftsman, Crafts Mama, Crafts Team, Crafts Family. Thank you for my pocket knot. It's really cool. I'm gonna go put it in my pocket now. Let me just do this real quick. Woo! Back to the regular scheduled programming already in progress. Scheduled? So I'm starting with my Nick Sant, my gun. I got my sticker that's been printed out on a nice printer. I got a comic book. I think it's a board from a magazine size. I've got some double-sided tape, my razor blade, my bubble, my hole puncher. What else am I having? Some little scissors, nice and sharp. My corner rounder, 7mm. That's what I'm using. Take the sticker off. Put the sticker on and rub it down so you get the bubbles out of there. You don't want bubbles. Get out of here, bubbles. Nice and smooth. I got my ruler with a little cork on the back. Gives it a little grippy so it doesn't slip. Make sure it's a metal ruler because you're going to be cutting right along the edge. You want to line it up right at the edge of the black. Cut it down. Take that out of there. Cut it down. Take that out of there. You got your card. Do all 4 sides. Now from here, I'm going to grab my corner rounder, 7mm, and round the corners. The only time you'd use something smaller than 7mm is if the art came closer to the edge of the cardboard. Then you'd want a tighter corner. All right, that's the card. You got your hole puncher, and I'm getting it right, kind of off to the side, just a little bit from the center, because you want to counterbalance the weight of the figure. Make sure your bubble's clean. My dog hair. Fit the blaster in there. Make sure it doesn't pop out from below the edge. You don't want it to push away from the card. And I'm going to tape that in there with a little bit of clear tape. Don't get that foggy, uncleared stuff. You want to make sure it's clear tape. And don't make it too difficult. You just want to secure it in there. Lay the tape over it. Long ways, obviously. I probably made it more difficult than it needed to be, but got it in there. Done. What else? Did you get some oats? Oh no, double-sided tape. Very careful. I'm gonna put it on the edge, snip it right around the corner, go with the edge of the corner edge of the bubble. One side, other side, long side. Don't do the short sides. Get it close, careful, clean. I got some tweezers. I got some really nice tweezers. These guys grip the back of the double-sided tape really well. Otherwise, if you do it too much, just gonna ruin your fingers. So it peels right off. Sometimes you get a little red of the backing. Make sure you get it all off there. And then carefully get the bubble over the figure. You want the rectangle behind the figure to fit like pretty evenly on all sides of the bubble, and then get it down there as perfect as you can. Run your finger along the edge of the bubble where the double-sided tape is. You're done. It's a beautiful thing. I've done that about 1,000,000 times, so I'd say I'm an expert at it by now. Looking good, Billy Ray! Feeling good, Lewis! All right, you guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm gonna give you a little bit of glamour shots here at the end of the video and some more information on how to get these. Again, the best way is patreon.com/actoydesign, where you get first dibs on stuff like this, which, look at that. How 80s is that? That's so cool. I would love if these were all like, what? Like Boba Fett's and Han Solo's and Luke Skywalker's and Nick Sant together. You can comment below, let me know you want one, they're for sale. You can reach out on Patreon. You can also message me on Instagram. You can email me from the About tab here on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna get out of here and go steal a speeder bike. Ride around through the trees, very deadly style. Hope I make it. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, thumbs up. Look at that. You thought I forgot. There's an Endor thumbs up right there. Pow. Sit, Muji, sit. Good dog. Get some of that Tony's up in here. Let's see the scheduled? What?